Hi Capricorn, welcome to the September 2021 video. Now the important thing to note in September is that Mercury will be going into retrograde. So Mercury rules over communication, technology, travel, all of those things. So it's important to make sure that you have all your information, backed up, especially read texts before sending them, especially emails. And when it comes to miscommunication with others, make sure before you express yourself, you're really thinking through what you're saying. And just be aware that miscommunication can happen during Mercury retrograde. Also, it's important during Mercury retrograde when it comes to planning of appointments. Make sure that the time you read it, you understand it, because it creates delays. That's the thing about Mercury retrograde. It delays us from things that we want to do or are trying to do, because Mercury is basically in retrograde. So it's like our mind is in a mental fog. So when you have mental fog, planning is not very easy during that time. It's a good time to rest, rejuvenate. Oh, and let's not forget, people from the past tend to pop up. So a lot of healing as well from past experiences. Going through that whole process during a Mercury retrograde is so very important to understand and to know that you are reflecting. It's good for completing anything and also picking up things from the past that you probably had interest in, and now you can basically pick it up once again. On the 6th, 7th, there's a new moon, and this new moon will be happening in your 9th house. A new moon in the 9th house especially has to do with the higher mind and education. This will be a Virgo new moon. So this is a lot about, seeing what you want to learn. Or even if you've been learning, basically putting this information into use. Higher learning, experiences. It's where we basically take, if we've gained information, putting it into some sort of practical use, using it. It's a good time for taking a trip or an adventure, especially in the 9th house. It wants us to have a little bit of a new experience, to give us a new perspective. Very good for new perspectives, changing in beliefs. And, sometimes we believe something, anything. Good for even changing beliefs that we believe about ourselves when it comes to our worth, our value, maybe not believing in yourself. It allows us to let go of old beliefs that are no longer useful and now basically put in beliefs within ourselves about various things, about what we can accomplish. In Capricorn, you can accomplish so much. Even teaching. If you're learning something, if you're teaching, sharing knowledge, wisdom, gaining wisdom over experiences, really just doing things to basically uplift your mind, reading a book, going somewhere different, trying something different. It's the new moon. So on the 11th, we have Venus in the 11th house. Venus in the 11th house has to do with social circles, the people we connect to. It also has to do with humanitarian projects. Venus puts that passion into you about how you connect to your social circle. And you might even find that you're a bit more popular. You're a bit more, seen with Venus. Venus is about beauty. It's about luxury. It basically makes us shine a bit brighter. And being that it's in your 11th house, it's very good for when you want to connect in social circles, when it comes to friendships or joining a group that you're passionate about. Friend circle, something that you are feeling like, this is something really that I fit in. This really connects to me. It's very important. Any projects, networking as well. On the 15th, we have Mars in the 10th house. Now, Mars in the 10th is all about your career, goals, how the world sees you. So even if you don't have a career, how does the world see you, the world around you, the people that are outside of yourself? How do you represent you? And also any other ambitions that we have. We all have things that we want to accomplish. We all have things that, is our goal, that we feel like, okay, this is worth it. Now, Mars gives you the action to put any energy into your career. And there's something you want to study to further yourself. If there is basically a job you want to apply for, if there is basically any ambitions, a project, a business, anything that you want to put your energy into is so good for you. And you really find that Mars is the planet of action, so you got to get up and put the energy into it and really utilize that Mars in the 10th house. When it comes to ambitions, what makes you feel like, we all have different ambitions. Ambitions are different for everyone. If you're a mom at home, your ambitions will be centered around your family and what you want to create there. So go for it. If you are in the working force, what you want to do when it comes to, how you want to advance yourself. And if you are retired, what goals do you have? Because, the thing is, we can retire, but we still have purpose. There's still something that we want to do, whether it be to grow a beautiful garden or paint or even if it's a hobby. But the difference is, when Mars in the 10th, it's something that you put out that other people see, because the 10th house is where others see us and we rewarded and acknowledged. On the 20th, we have a full moon in your 3rd house. Okay, so this full moon 3rd is about releasing. Especially when it comes to, and it's with Neptune, so it's a lot about communication, information, things that you've learned as well. Again, it's really a lot of learning is going on. And also the 3rd house, when we have that full moon, has to do with messages. You might receive a message, you might want to send a message to someone. You never know, someone can send you a message and it can be so meaningful. It's where we have that synchronicity, those beautiful events, especially with Neptune there, where we get those answers, and you might have a dream and you get these messages that are coming through in communication. A lot of healing around that. On the 22nd, 23rd, the sun moves into your 10th house. And that's all about illuminating that area, joining now Mercury and Mars. Come the 27th, Mercury goes retrograde in that 10th house. So you having a Mercury retrograde in the house of career and goals, ambitions. This is where you might have a little bit more of hiccups when it comes to your career and how you want to move forward. And you kind of have to look back a bit and see, what did I miss? What was I doing? Or how did I feel? You might pick up something from the past and utilize it now. But know that Mercury retrograde is happening in that 10th house. There's a major shift that's happening when it comes to your career, your goals, and what you want to actually do for you. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Do like and subscribe. My website will be linked down below for any readings. And if you found this information that resonates with you and you appreciate it, my PayPal will be linked down below as well. Thank you.